This is 97.9 WRMF, Palm Beach.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Good morning. Welcome to the KVJ Show. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, good morning.
Good to see you all. Man, I got my heart racing early this morning.
You got bunnied again?
No, this actually might have been scarier than that.
Really?
Yeah. You know, welcome to South Florida. You just never know what you're going to get. We were driving in to the show here today. My wife's going to drop me off on her way to school with the kid. And there was some dude standing in the middle of the road with his arms up. He had a beer bottle in his hand. He was massively hammered. And we tried to go around him, and he jumped in front of the car. And so my wife swerved to the other direction. He tried to, jump on the hood of the car.
Oh, my gosh.
She had to, maneuver and go through grass and fly away. And this guy was kind of, running after the car. It was crazy.
What the hell?
So let me ask you this. As a father, you're clearly horrified. But as a radio man, aren't you excited?
Oh, it was an amazing story. Yeah, I mean, I always love this topic. Why did you have to call 911 this morning? So we called 911. And they're like, yeah, you're not the first. So
okay.
Yeah.
He's been jumping on cars at that intersection.
Well, that's so funny because remember when I ran to grab all those snacks from the gas station? I ran during the show real quick.
Yes.
There was an incredibly drunk guy hanging onto the sign there, and he was slapping everyone's car as they were driving through. And he did it to me as I was rushing back. I was just grabbing the snacks real quick, so I didn't say anything. But
this whole road is
that corner, just in general, is a hotbed of squirrely activity by some very undesirable-looking individuals.
Yeah, but it was terrifying when it was happening, and I just blazed him.
Well, yeah, I mean, this guy, at first, my first thought was, I don't know if we're going to be able to get around him. Either one, he's going to stop our car, or two, my wife is going to have to hit him. And then I look over at my wife, and there's no stopping.
She don't care.
Well, no, he was going to lose his life because she's protective mama bear, and she's like, I'm going to take you out before you stop us. And because he clearly, you could just look at his face.
He wanted somebody.
No, he was so wasted. Like, you ever just look at somebody? It's kind of like Virginia on a Sunday. You just one glance and
Virginia on an Easter.
Right.
It's brunch, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
It's got to be the same guy. This guy looked like he was cross-eyed from being so wasted.
Well, the guy had darker hair, a little bit of facial hair. Yeah. Kind of a tall dude and a bigger
same
guy.
dude. Same exact guy.
No way.
Yes, I just saw him the other day, and he was completely inebriated.
I think there's a group of individuals that literally live in the bushes at the corner of where the racetrack is on 45th Street. They stay on the south side and the north side.
Well, they're also on the I-95 ramp when you're getting off. There's a bunch of people by those trucks that live in those bushes.
I think people live in the bushes around us, and then they just get squirrely at random times and come out to play.
At any moment on 45th Street, you can see something very bizarre.
So we got to get rid of these bushes.
This wasn't far from my house. This guy he's wandered way back into the recesses of the neighborhoods back there then.
It happens. I've seen it happen before when I live, because I used to live sort of in the same area, and it starts to kind of trickle down from 45th Street.
Okay.
They start to walk into the neighborhoods.
We don't got this in Tequesta. That's all I'm saying.
You all got gates.
Come north. People jumping on your car.
That's exciting.
I don't need that kind of excitement in my life.
Well, when someone's touching cars and they're going to that level,
it's horrifying.
Well, he was clearly trying to get us to stop. I don't know if he wanted a ride or if he was going to attack us or what was going to go on.
Or if he even knew.
He may not have. He looked like he was completely blasted out of his gourd. And like I said, he was holding, and it wasn't even a small beer bottle. It looked like one of those, the big
old 40?
Yeah, it was a big beer.
Well, I have
or big something.
A legal question. Let's say someone tries to get into your car. They grab at your door, or they do what they were doing, and you hit them, and they die. Do you go to jail for that?
No, I think it's self-defense at that point because, look, I mean, we had our kid in the car. and you are clearly going above the bounds. To me, I'd be interested to hear from a legal expert, but if that guy is trying to come at my family, at that point, I think it's the same kind of law that we have, the stand your ground, because your car then almost becomes your domain, where this is an area where you should assume a level of safety, and it is your obligation to protect what is happening in that car.
Sure.
And so if somebody tries to violate that space and you don't know for what reason, but it looks like it could be menacing, I would say in the state of Florida, you have the right to do what you have to do to stop them from coming at you. And I know my wife would have. So if he would have come at her, she would have easily plowed him, I believe, knowing her. And I think I would have applauded her and said that's the right move. So if somebody's going to come in my family and you're not letting us pass you, and you could be coming to attack us, I am going to mow you over. Just let anybody know, if you stand in front of my vehicle and you look menacing, we will hit you. The Ralstons will mow you over, and we'll deal with the consequences later.
I saw a video the other day of this crazy man attacking a car, and the people in the car didn't do anything. They didn't like try to drive away. And I was like, oh, hell no. As soon as the guy jumps up on my hood, like he's trying to attack me through the windshield, I am flooring it and then slamming on the brakes. And I don't give a crap what happens to him.
Well, all three of us have had somebody try to open up our door when we've been either you're driving.
Yeah.
I was at a red light. You were at a red light.
Yep, it happened to me twice.
Well, that's why a lot of people pack heat in their car. And that's why in Florida you can't play because from what I understand, if somebody tries to come in your car or you are crossing that bounds, they can pull out a gun and I believe blast you and they will be fine.
I mean, my instinct is just to drive as they're trying
That's
to
what I would do.
I would rather drive to get away.
Me too.
And I think that's the one that completely covers you. But yeah, it was nuts. So I'm kind of curious what is exactly going on with this guy. I always have those. This is about maybe the fourth time I've had to call 911 on my way to work for something weird that's happened.
I know, and it's always around this time, too.
It is. It is. Well, I think at this moment, people are fully plowed. If you're out at 2 or 3 in the morning, most people, like you should probably stop by midnight, but some people go to 3. But the sensible ones at 3 are like, okay, we got to shut it down. The ones who have no sense are still hammering it down at 6 a.m. when we're coming into work.
And at that point, who knows? They're probably on goofballs. They're probably on
That's
everything.
when you make you're huffing gas. I don't even know what you're doing. But you're on everything at that point.
That next level. From that 3 to 6 a.m. is that next level.
What you've done in those 3 hours has been very damaging to you and your brain cells. So, yeah, if anybody has any news on that, I know we have some people that check out the show from Dispatch. Please, I'd love an update on exactly what that guy's story was.
Well, hopefully they got him and he's not still terrorizing 45th Street.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 days he's been terrorizing everybody.
If it's the same guy.
He's on a bender.
Crazy stuff, man. Well, there you go. I'm awake.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Denny's try to take off some vacation days coming up. Willie Nelson just announced a new cannabis convention.
Oh, okay.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be called Luck Summit, Planting the Seed. And basically, it'll include panel discussions, keynote speakers, musical collaborations, comedy sketches, cooking demonstrations, health-focused activities, and more. The inaugural event, the new cannabis convention, is going to kick off on April 26th and then go through Willie Nelson's 88th birthday, which is April 29th.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. In other news, it looks like hundreds of OnlyFans accounts have been targeted by hackers and then leaked online. So people like the Cash Me Outside girl and Bella Thorne and all these celebrities, Cardi B, that have like content on OnlyFans that's supposed to be for subscribers was now able to be seen by lots of other people who are non-subscribers. Hackers hacked in, took the nudie pics and videos and then put them up for everybody.
That whole My OnlyFans or OnlyFans, the people who are not celebrities don't like when celebrities do that. I guess when Bella Thorne came in there, they changed the rules and set a threshold of where you can only make so much money. They didn't have that before Bella Thorne got there.
It changes the bar.
It did.
Yeah.
It changed the game. And your girl, Cash Me Outside, she made $1 million in 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then posted, it's like, 4 hours of work, not bad. I'm like, ugh.
Well, and the creepy thing was there was a countdown clock to when she turned 18. And the minute she turned 18, that's when her adults only OnlyFans account went active. So it's like, oh, she's so fresh and 18. And
She posted how they do it too. She made $5,000 or $8,000 in tips. There was another fee that she made.
There's subscriptions, there's tips, and there's also a thing where you can go on somebody's OnlyFans and you can make an offer. Like you can say, hey, Bella Thorne, I want to see you suck your big toe while you flick your eyeball. I'll give you $250 for it. And then she can accept or decline.
Okay.
I want to try this whole thing out.
All right.
How much money do you think we can make in a weekend? If we all did it together throughout the weekend, how much can we make as KVJ?
I mean, the sky's the limit.
We'll take requests. Jaybird, I want to see you do this for, let's do it.
We'll have that low budget dunk tank paid off in no time.
If we made $500 in a weekend, I'm happy.
Okay.
And finally here, it's the announcement that kind of is a non-announcement. Tiger Woods was speeding and got in his wreck. Duh. Didn't we all know that already? But here is the news announcement.
Okay.
The primary causal factor for this traffic collision was driving at a speed unsafe for the road conditions and the inability to negotiate the curve of the roadway. Estimated speeds at the first area of impact were 84 to 87 miles per hour, and the final estimated speed when the vehicle struck the tree was 75 miles per hour.
Jeez.
The impact of the vehicle when it hit the tree caused the vehicle to go airborne and do a somewhat pirouette, landing on its side. The event data recorder showed the acceleration pedal percentage was at 99% at the area of impact. There was no evidence of braking throughout this collision. It is speculated and believed that Tiger Woods inadvertently hit the accelerator instead of the brake pedal, causing that 99% rating on the accelerator pedal.
Wow, he hit the tree at 75?
Yeah.
I think they doubled the speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That's insane.
I thought you went to jail if you double the speed limit.
What they were saying, which is weird, is that, because there was no witnesses and there was no officer there to see what happened, there's no one that can testify as a witness, so we can't charge him. I'm like, well, then why did y'all even get the black box out the car?
And how do you hit the gas instead of the brake? Are you buying this?
I maybe just panicked, hit the wrong pedal. I don't
forgot.
know.
Whoa, yes.
Yeah.
The explanation seems like a non-explanation.
This seems like it ain't a great explanation.
It's not, right?
He forgot where the brake?
Well, they made the announcement yesterday. Coming up this morning, we're going to tell you what happened. I was like, oh, good. I can't wait to be here. Was it drugs? Was it alcohol? What happened? And then it was like he was speeding.
And he forgot where the brake was.
What? All right, well, we know he was speeding.
Well, to me, what I think the big announcement was them saying there were no signs of impairment. I think that was the big question. Was he on something? Was there something in his system? Had cocktails the night before, registering him as a DUI? Was it pain pills or anything else he'd had problems with before?
Nope.
I forgot where the brake was. No signs of impairment.
He had a heavy right foot.
Yeah.
That's all it
so
was.
I guess he's in the clear.
Have you done that before, or you hit the brake instead of the gas?
Not since I was 15. Like when I was first driving, I did that. But you make that mistake once when you're like an amateur. The man's, in his 40s? I don't know. That's what's going on in your very confusing dirt.
Coming up at 9 a.m., KVJ double your paycheck. Listen for your name at 9 a.m. and win up to $1,000.
Oh my gosh!
More KVJ Show next.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind today, Jay Bird?
Well, the Kevin Ralston told quite the tale this morning about that guy jumping out in front of your car. And
Yeah.
You guys had a swerve.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It kind of ties into what's on my mind. If you had to, do you think you could recognize that guy in a lineup? There's six dudes there. You'd be able to recognize them.
Well, here's the thing. It depends on the lineup that you get. You know, when you see it in the movies, everybody looks so radically different. But if you took 6 guys that looked familiar or similar, in fact, I was kind of thinking about who that guy looked like, and he looks like a sports podcaster that I know. So I kind of thought it was him at first. I'm like, why is he drunk in the middle of the road? So if they took those 2 guys and lined them up, I'm not sure I'd pick out the right one.
Okay, so here's an email. I didn't get to this on the Weird and Whatever podcast, but I thought it was pretty interesting. It said, when I was 14, I had an idea man in a police lineup. I saw him physically assault a woman. Long story short, I ID'd the wrong man, and he went to jail, only to find out that the ID, it's a long email. I'll cut to the chase. But I was just wondering if you guys would talk about this. I'm having a tough time letting it go as an adult. They ID'd the wrong guy in a lineup, and I guess it came to light.
Yeah, you know, it's really, I would blame the system rather than the person. I think you tried your best. I mean, if you intentionally smeared an innocent guy intentionally, then feel guilty about that. But just saying, I don't know, I think it's him or her or whatever it might be, you're just trying your best.
I wonder how often that happens when the wrong person gets ID'd in a lineup.
See it always on Dateline. They always have that kind of stuff.
You see it in movies?
And it doesn't really touch home until you're in a lineup. And then they ID you, and you're falsely accused, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't do this.
Well, like you said, you always see it in the movies.
Right.
How do they really do those lineups? Do they bring the victim in the room, and there's 5 people in there, or is that just for the movies? What's the real process of identifying someone in a police lineup?
I don't know. I think it's probably different at police stations that are different.
You know, my question, where did they grab the 5 other chuckleheads they line up?
Break room?
Where did they come from?
Especially, well, does that mean they all did something?
Yeah, or are they just guys that are in the break room? Be like, hey, Bob, Ted, Fred, I need you over here. Come on, we're doing a lineup again.
I'm really interested in this whole lineup business. I want to be a part of one just to see how they do it.
You know what would happen? You would go in there and they would ID you even though you did nothing, and then you would be the story you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the lineup. I want to watch the lineup thing.
Oh, okay.
I want to watch the process, but I don't know if they can let people watch that kind of. Does that get involved or?
I don't know.
Confuse the investigation with the red tape.
It'd be fun to see you in a lineup.
I'd be nervous they get me. I'd act squirrely. I would
We'd
appear
never see him
guilty.
again.
That's my biggest fear. Someone asking me about getting on a lie detector and someone asking me about a murder I did not commit because I know I would fail it.
Go up the river.
I would. For a murder I did not commit.
They can look like that guy, but that guy right there, that Pennington, he looks guilty. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and finger him.
He looks like he's done some weird stuff.
Yeah.
And he's got a twitch.
Well, anytime a cop is behind me on the road, I start to drive terrible because I get all paranoid.
Somebody texted and said they no longer do the live lineups. It's all photographs now.
Oh.
Not as fun, huh?
Not as horrifying for the guy who's mistakenly fingered.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the photograph would be harder to tell, though. Seeing the person for real, their mannerisms, how they walk, that's what you want.
Okay.
A picture, I think you would ID more wrong people.
Apparently they feel good enough with it. They say they take 6 similar faces on paper or 6 separate pictures, and we lay them down one at a time and see which one they say is the person that they saw.
Interesting.
Makes you wonder how accurately you could identify somebody.
Yeah, because you only usually see them for like a few split seconds when the crime is happening, whatever it is. And if you don't like focus in on their face and take a mental note, how good are you going to be when you have the pictures in front of you and the guy kind of looks the same?
Yeah, I would definitely send the wrong person up the river.
There's no doubt.
No
doubt
that they're going to be charged. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Oh my gosh. Tesla meltdown. So yesterday my girlfriend came over to walk with me in the neighborhood. We're getting our exercise on, and she's got a Tesla. And Rocco is obsessed
Rocco's
with this
getting a
thing.
Tesla.
He's not getting a Tesla because she told me how much she paid for this Tesla, and I was like, no, I'm not getting Rocco. Nobody's getting a Tesla.
They go anywhere from the 30s to much higher. Is that right?
Well, she went into buying this Tesla thinking she was going to get a $35,000 Tesla. at the end of it, because they have on all these add-ons. If you want to be able to drive longer than down the block, you got to do add-ons. If you want to be able to do this, you got to do add-ons. That, you got to do add-ons. By the time she was done getting everything she wanted on her Tesla, it was 60 grand.
Oh!
So it went from her walking in thinking she was going to spend 35 to her spending 60. That's a big difference.
So would you like a steering wheel?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 10 grand.
Would you like a seat?
You want a brake pedal? Mm-hmm. But the thing is cool. So she was showing us how she can operate it from her phone. And then she can also put Rocco in the driver's seat. And I was sitting in the back seat and she was sitting in the passenger seat. And the car can go by itself. As long as it doesn't have any tricky turns, it can go from one destination to another. It marks where you are. You tell it where you want it to go. And boom, it just goes there.
Yeah, I do not trust that.
Whoa.
It was pretty wild, but then at the end of the day, when it was time for her to leave, Rocco had a meltdown. He did not want to leave the Tesla. He lost his S-bomb.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it got ugly.
Well, it's just, here come the Sinickies.
Yeah.
We can't have a Tesla because he can't be cool.
Well, he would probably love all the tech on it, right? That's his thing. He loves gadgetry and hidden stuff. Well, maybe one day he'll be a Tesla salesman.
Yeah, he would be a great Tesla employee.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he'd love all that.
Then he would never have to leave. Could you imagine if he had to leave work for the day and he just, every time he just has a meltdown and cries and like going, gosh, this Rocco kid really loves his job, doesn't he?
I don't think anybody leaves their job going, I want to stay. I want to stay. No.
He'd be the Tesla employee sleeping in the broom closet.
I don't coming back tomorrow. That's too long.
Even if you love your job, I don't think you're doing that.
Don't make me go. Okay, a couple things that I got on my mind. I am going to talk one about the Marlins. Man, they are not starting off well. They got swept by the Cardinals, lost 7-0 last night. They're now 1-5, worst record since 2015, and that wasn't a good year. So, had big hopes with Derek Jeter and this year's team. I'm going to lower those a bit. A couple other things that are going on here. It's a story we haven't really talked too much about, but it's a big one in the sports world. Do you know who Deshaun Watson is? Maybe one of the hottest quarterbacks next to Tom Brady in the NFL, and he was kind of holding out, telling the Texans, I may not come back. I don't like how you guys are running this thing. And the Dolphins were even thinking, okay, maybe we can give some trades and some picks to the Texans to get him. And then all of a sudden, all these massage therapists started coming out with all these stories of improper things he had done during massages and whatnot.
Oh, boy.
And it's one of those things, well, let's listen. Okay, here's another one. Here's another one. Are they just shaking him down for money? Now we're past the 20 mark of accusations.
Oh, boy.
And Nike finally said enough is enough. They have, quote, suspended his endorsement deal that he's had with them since 2017 as they try to sort out if there's truth to these 20-plus allegations of him doing improper things. So that's kind of a big story in the sports world. And another huge story here locally, and I was shocked to see this yesterday. Did you hear about the murder in Lake Park?
No.
Oh, my goodness. Your hometown, and with a well-known individual, former Cardinal Newman and Florida State wide receiver Travis Rudolph was arrested on charges of first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder there in Lake Park.
Whoa.
Yeah. There was apparently an argument happened at a house just past midnight on Wednesday. Gunshots happened, and today he's going to be appearing in court, and we're looking for more information as to what went on. But this is a guy that wound up playing in the NFL. He was on the Dolphins practice squad in 2018. He hasn't played in the NFL since then. He was in the CFL, and his team just released him after this news came out. But he was a big name for Florida State. If you're a Knoll, you definitely know him. He was the leading receiver in 2015 and 2016 and had a great career at Cardinal Newman.
It's always weird when you hear things like that go down in your hometown. You know, there's a murder in Lake Park. What?
Yeah, they only had one last year, and already got this one this year. So we'll have to wait for more details. But it's really odd because, Travis Rudolph had a great story. I don't know if you remember, it was in 2016, and he had this viral video where he ate lunch with an autistic student. The Knowles were visiting Montford Middle School in Tallahassee, and he sat with this kid that was sitting by himself, and a teacher took the video, and it went viral, and they're like, what a great guy. And then sadly, a year later, his dad was killed. He was doing some maintenance work at Sugar Daddy's Cabaret in West Palm Beach, and a gun accidentally discharged, and the bullet went through a wall and struck his dad, Daryl Rudolph, in the back while he was doing repairs in another room and killed him.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
And then when his dad died, did it all just turn around and go down the toilet for him, maybe?
I don't know.
We need details on all the what happened. We have no idea what happened.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But you know, I guess hopefully we'll get some more details as to what had happened, and you know, but he's going to be seeing a judge this morning, and you might also know him too if you remember the name Devin Hester. He's a big star in the NFL. He played at Suncoast, then he went on to be a great with the Miami Hurricanes, and then played for the Bears and other teams in the NFL. He's his cousin, so he comes from great football lineage here. So it's if you know South Florida football, it's a big story today. So just I guess we'll get more details, and when we do, we'll let you know what's up with that on the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Jaber was talking about lineups and how they're done. We found out now that they're done with photos is how they do it. The old traditional lineup is gone. They don't do that. They just throw down 6 photos in front of somebody. Doesn't seem to be as fun.
I wonder why, though, because if you see a crime go down, you hear their voice, you see how they move. Isn't it way more effective to see a person in real life than a picture?
Well, one of my cop buddies had texted me. He said, basically what we do is we have a database of all inmate people, and we actually create the lineup with a computer database, and we have to pick out people with the similar characteristics. Also keep in mind, we don't just arrest someone based on getting picked out of a lineup. We always try to have other sources of evidence like video. And he says, so it's never one at a time, all grouped in a 6-pack. So is how he said they throw it down. So that's apparently how the lineup happens.
Interesting.
But it robs you of great moments. A lot of people were saying, you ever seen that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where they have the lineup?
That's a funny show.
Yeah, it's a funny show, and this is a lineup that happened on the show. And unfortunately, with photos, you can't get this.
So, do you recognize any of these men?
I was hiding in the bathroom stall, so I didn't see his face, but I heard him. He was singing along to the music at the bar.
Do you remember what he was singing?
I think it was that song, I Want It That Way.
Backstreet Boys, I'm familiar. Okay. Number 1, could you please sing the opening to I Want It That Way?
Really? Okay. You are my fire.
Number 2, keep it going.
The one desire.
Number 3,
Believe when I say.
Number 4,
I want it that way.
tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Now number 5,
I never wanna hear you say,
I want it that way.
oh, chills, literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 killed my brother.
Oh my God, I forgot about that part.
Oh my God, I forgot about that part. See, you don't get that anymore with photos. That's unfortunate. Jaybird is going to go into crime fighting. Well, he's been given an invitation. I guess he's got to accept it first. Squirrely things can happen in your neighborhood. You could just be driving to work, and there could be a drunk guy trying to slow down your car as you're trying to get to work. And somebody needs to keep an eye on those kind of people. You had somebody knock on your door kind of late at night, Jaybird, and give you an interesting request.
Well, this guy, I guess his son's bike got stolen. He's trying to start his own. Either he started up or he's got a couple buddies, but they're doing the neighborhood crime watch, and they want to know if I want to be a part of it. Remember I was telling you about something that happened last night that was weird?
Yeah.
And how I attract weird?
So they're trying to sign you up to be the neighborhood McGruff?
Yes.
Was it your dad McGruff back in the day?
No, my dad was almost the crime dog McGruff for the Lake Park Parade.
And your whole family was excited?
This was a very big deal. There were talks of after we're going to go to Red Lobster. lobster to celebrate.
Whoa,
I mean,
wow.
it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And at the last minute, they took it away from my dad and had someone else do it. And we were devastated.
Well, this could be like
It was big.
Dreams of My Father, like the Obama book. You could make the dreams of your father come true and be your own neighborhood McGruff.
The only thing is, though, the guy came at my house at 8 o'clock, making me feel very unsafe. Well, yeah, I'd like to start a crime group against people like you.
Can we start a group in the daytime?
Well, I was telling Virginia, I think I got some people who listen to the show on my street, and I was broadcasting live from my house last night.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of a light.
Also, they start to come over when you're, hey, he's broadcasting. Let's go interrupt.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's how it goes.
So do I do it?
I mean, I think you should. I see you, like very Paul Blart.
Well, how does that even work? Can you just start a group up with yourself and call yourselves the Neighborhood Watch, or is there a
It's
meeting?
an organization. See something, say something, baby. And I guess that would be it, is that you just try to vocalize. Now, who do you eventually call? Who is the person that would... Because the authorities are the only thing that can do anything.
Well, you see those signs sometimes in neighborhoods. We are a Neighborhood Watch, but I think they have legit meetings. There's a board. I think.
And everybody keeps an eye out, and reports stuff.
Yeah, this guy seems a little renegade to me. Kind of like his own.
Well, my thought is, shouldn't just a good neighbor do that anyway? If you see something sketchy, it looks like somebody's trying to break into your neighbor's house, you wouldn't call?
It depends on the neighbor. I mean, some neighbors don't like each other, and I can see a neighbor seeing someone break into someone's house and go, well, whatever. I can see that happening. I don't want to get involved.
Hey, let me help.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever been in a Neighborhood Watch.
If they form a legit neighborhood sanctioned group, then I think you should absolutely try to get involved.
Or do I do the unsanctioned and start dressing up like a superhero and kind of drive around the neighborhood at night?
Yelling at people.
There's groups of those people.
I know there is.
Yeah, they go around and do that. It usually cause a lot of problems.
It looks like fun, though.
Usually the stories aren't good. You usually have those knuckleheads and they cause some kind of problem. Or you get a George Zimmerman story or something like that. It's never really good when they do these neighborhood watches.
Yeah, you got to make sure your neighborhood watch people that are the enforcers aren't too aggressive, because sometimes those guys can let it go to their head and they think they are real cops, and it's like, okay, simmer down, dude.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to make sure the people in the Neighborhood Watch are not the criminals, too.
Right.
They aren't coming around
How do
8
you
o'clock
know?
at night.
How do you know the thieves don't join your board?
Well, my blinds broke in my front little area, and there's a window there, and I heard a knock on my door, and out of instinct, I looked up, but you can totally see everything. You can't hide in my house right now, so you lock eyes. You're like, son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh, we were going to put your blinds in this past weekend.
I know.
We forgot.
Got distracted.
Well, I drank about a quart of beer.
For some reason, I didn't feel real good about her. She said she had a blind guy coming for me. Not a blind, a guy that does blinds is what I meant.
Yeah, I've got this non-seeing friend, and we're going to let him put your blinds
He's doing
in.
all the maintenance. That would be kind of ironic.
I meant she has a guy that does
But it
blinds.
could get very confusing and fast.
But she didn't bring him.
Okay.
It's
all
just a
right.
big mess.
That sounds like it. Got a happy birthday to Robin Wright. She is 55 today. Is that anything? Are you more of a Princess Diaries type of Robin Wright fan? Are you more of House of Cards Robin Wright fan?
I'm a Santa Barbara Robin Wright fan. She was on a soap opera back in the 80s, and I really lay out. She her man was Cruz on that on that show.
All right. Big fan of that, huh? Okay, Robin Wright, the soap opera days. Got some other birthdays here. Bella, happy 6th birthday from Mom, Dad, Hallie, and Aiden. Got a photo of her right there on KVJ TV.
Aw, little nugget.
And a happy 33rd birthday to Mark. So there you go. Happy birthday there.
You're a nugget too, Mark.
Mm-hmm. It's Masters weekend too, biatch. They want to throw out there. Gonzalo sent that in. Very nice. Yes, it is. The
Green
Masters.
Jacket Masters.
Green Jacket Masters kicks off today in Augusta. So the biggest golf tournament of the year, I would argue, is happening today. So that gets going. I'm just kind of curious if there is a dog breed that has the title of the fartiest dog. Isn't there a famous kids book, like Walter the Famous Farting Dog or something like that?
There is.
That is out there. And I don't know what breed Walter was, but I have a nomination for what I think is the gassiest breed out there. My daughter has one of those French bulldogs, and this thing, he's not very big. But I've now learned, because he'll come and he'll stay at our house, and my daughter's out of town or doing something, and so he'll be in the bathroom, and I've learned now that if you hear, and it's nothing too loud typically, but just a you hear that, it's like a countdown clock. You've got like a 5 count. And oh my goodness, I mean, it will curl your hair. It is unbelievable what this thing kicks out.
Are you sure it's not the diet too, or?
I don't think so. I mean, I think
Is the dog eating a lot of Italian food?
Does the dog like garlic and sausage and peppers?
There are some dogs that are farty, though. They're just fartier than other dogs.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a breed thing. I think it just might be just the animal.
I was looking it up, and they do have 9 different breeds that are known to be pretty gassy. And they do have the English bulldogs on there, and this is a Frenchie, so I assume maybe it's just something with bulldogs. In fact, a lot of the dogs that look like they'd be farty are bulldogs, boxers, pugs, pit bulls.
You're right, those are farty
They
looking
look
dogs.
like they're farty dogs.
They're already making a fart face.
Yeah, and they've got them on the list of some of the gassiest dogs that are out there, which I guess you need to know, because the thing that's awkward and tough about it is if you've ever been single and you have a dog and you have somebody that's over to your place and you're talking and the dog farts, it just really kind of makes it awkward, because you have to quickly declare, oh, that's the dog. And they're going, all right, are you trying to pin it on the dog, or is that you? Or
I told you about that one time when Chewy was alive. I had that really good-looking Uber driver the Uber Eats driver, and he walked out, and as she was squatting down grabbing the food, he tried to hump her, and then he walked away and farted audibly, and it was just so uncomfortable. I apologized like 10 times. I'm so sorry. You didn't know.
It's embarrassing. They don't know if they really believe you.
Well, I wasn't the one that farted.
Yeah.
You say that, but
Still
did
makes it awkward.
she probably thought it was you.
You're probably right.
Some of the other breeds, they say, are more than average when it comes to gas. They say that the Beagles, Yorkshire Terriers, Golden Retrievers, and Doberman Pinschers are also known to be gassy dogs. So one thing to know before you go out and get your breed, if you can't stand dog farts, then you might want to go with another breed.
Research dog farts.
Yes, absolutely.
Do cats fart audibly?
Denny's.
Because I mean, I've heard dogs literally fart, but I've never heard a cat. Is that like a tree falling in the forest?
I don't know. I don't hang out with a lot of cats, but I know a guy that does. Danny's got multiple cats at his crib.
He's got a talking cat, but he's got a farting cat.
Yeah, you don't hear him fart much. If you do, it kind of just sounds like a leak. Yeah, I think it's the.
And are they toxic? Because I will tell you, this little dog that my daughter has, it is amazing what kind of funk he can kick out.
So if you give cats milk or cheese, it's pretty awful. But aside from that, no, they don't really make any scent that
so
I know.
cats are lactose intolerant?
I think so.
Cats got the ibs?
They do.
Huh.
Anytime we give them anything dairy, it's rough.
Is that what cats drink? Is it milk or water?
So we predominantly give them water.
It makes them fart if you give them milk.
Yeah, if you give them milk, they fart. We gave them cottage cheese once, and they went ham.
Was the milk an old school thing to give cats?
I thought everybody always gave cats a bowl of
A
milk.
saucer of milk.
I did.
That is the old cartoon stereotype.
Yeah. And I think over time, I think cats have developed a humanized diet, so I don't think they have to drink the milk like they used to. I think things are different for cats now.
I mean, I always learn something with this cat over here. Pun intended.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your knowledge of feline excrement is great.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Johnny. Good stuff.
All right, coming up here in a second, we got a KVJ Draft we're going to be doing on our Facebook Live in just a second. Today, we're going to be drafting out the best alcoholic drink. Now, I just want to get a little bit of clarity here because there's a lot of questions that could be happening on this. You can choose a mixed drink or a type of drink and take that one off the board. For instance, if you would go with a mimosa, a margarita, like a Bloody Mary.
What if Virginia takes beer? Is all beer off the table?
No, you would have to take like a certain type of beer. for that. Like you could go Corona and then you would take Corona off of the board.
So could you do like a different kinds of vodka?
Yes, you could.
Tito's versus a...
You could.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing too when you do a whiskey. Because, you know, somebody may be like, oh, I want a Jack Daniels. You know, that would be one. So that's where kind of, if you're dealing with a specific type of alcohol, could even be, you know, like maybe even a wine, you can go for the specific brands. But if it's a mixed drink, then you would take that off the board. Like a Moscow Mule, a Mojito. Then you would own that one.
A Goldschlager shot.
Yeah. Like Jägermeister. That would be one where somebody might go Jägermeister.
Gosh, Jäger is rough, man.
I can't do it anymore.
When you say it, I can taste it. That's how strong that thing is.
It's a young man's game.
Oh, yeah. Real young.
Okay.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
On Facebook Live, we just had our KVJ Draft today. We're doing the best alcoholic drink, and the true irony in this is Virginia, who probably loves alcohol more than anybody on this show, and we all do, but she picked last. Had the lowest card, so she had to go last today.
But hearing everyone's picks, she is probably going to be the front runner. She had some... The people are going to like her choices. She should win this, too, by the way.
I've done the work. I've put in the time.
Yes, she has.
I mean,
I've spent the money at the bar.
It's like me not winning the pizza one. It doesn't... It hurts. You know what I mean?
I know.
Virginia has a very solid team. She went with champagne, margarita, and Bloody Mary.
I mean, that's brunch right there.
All those are big, and I had Bloody Mary on my list. I could have taken it. The only thing is I know that it is polarizing, and I love Bloody Marys, but I do run into a lot of people like Jaybird, who's making a face right now, about Bloody Marys, like going, they are disgusting. So they seem like one of those things that either you really love them or you find them revolting.
I mean, with the hotness of it, what are you doing to yourself? You like some spicy?
They're all good brunchy drinks. And yeah, I'm a woman of the brunch. I love brunch cocktails.
Denny's had these 3 alcoholic beverages that he drafted: Pina Colada, Captain and Coke, and Jose Cuervo. Then I went with Corona. So Corona Light, throw a little lime in it. I got red wine, so if you're a red wine drinker, you'd want to vote for me. And my third pick, this was the toughest one, but it's a personal favorite. I went with vodka, soda, or tonic, whatever it might be. So it's that vodka soda drink.
It's a solid list as well.
It'll be interesting to see who the favorite is going to be. Suits got himself Rum Runner, which if you're in Key West, that is a great beverage to have.
And he's a baby. It's a kid's drink.
Okay. That's a mom over here. It's a kid's drink.
Shaming Suits.
It's a kid's drink. He went with Mimosa, which is strong, but the only thing I will say about that, and Virginia, you know, a true alcoholic is going to choose champagne over Mimosa.
Yeah, I mean, you really just put like a couple drops of OJ for color.
I can tell you, too, and not all mimosas, because they do these all over South Florida. You have the bottomless brunch with either mimosas or Bloody Marys. And so many of those places basically give you a glass of orange juice with a splash of champagne. And you're right, it needs to be the other way around. In fact, a lot of times, like, don't even mess with the orange juice.
Yeah, that's what I tell them. I'm like, look, it's for color only.
Right. So that's the only thing if you're comparing those two. He also went with gin and tonic,
which is a great cocktail. Yeah. That was on my list.
Yeah.
But I went with margaritas instead.
Oddly enough, I think his last pick was his most solid.
Yeah.
And then Jaybird, he went with Jameson, a personal favorite of his.
I'm a whiskey man these days.
He's a whiskey guy, but when it came to certain alcohols, you would take a brand off the table. He also went with Lagunitas, craft beer. They do the little something, and you love that.
The little something is my favorite one.
Okay.
And the other one that I was between that one for my beer or that Avita you got me into.
Abita?
Or Abita. Well, that's an Avita.
Avita's a musical.
I don't like
Don't
Avita.
cry for me, Argentina.
I like Abita, not Avita. But yeah, little something just barely beats it out.
Which Abita do you love? You love the Andy Gator?
The one that's the higher percent.
Yeah. He likes the Andy Gator.
And his final choice, he went the higher percent too. He went for Cala Cab. Which, if you're talking about the Wet Willies kind of drinks, that's, I believe, the most potent one they have, isn't it?
Yeah, do people remember that one? Is that a known one or is that too obscure?
Well, it depends on if you're near an area that has Wet Willies. The one in West Palm closed down. They still got the one in Miami Beach cranking. You got one in Key West. They're on Duval.
I thought that was such a fun place. You sit down, you could see the drinks in that little machine they had. And like an adult Slurpee.
I think Beach Place in Lauderdale's got one.
What a fun vibe. I want that again.
You're a daiquiri man.
I like that stuff.
They're fun. When I first got to Florida, I was riding those like crazy. I go mudslides.
That call a cab, though. You really do have to call a cab. It's my gosh.
Okay, some of the ones that didn't get picked. We don't have anybody that grabbed a martini or a Jack Daniels. Crown Royal, which I thought Virginia might grab because Crown when you're down, right?
I know.
Okay.
Too many choices.
Yeah, we did not have a mojito off Moscow Mule. Nobody touched Jägermeister.
Oh
yeah, I'm
good. Jaeger. Some of these you're saying I've had bad experiences on them.
Long Island iced tea.
Oh man.
Which, boy, I've been reading a lot about the Long Island iced tea, and that pretty much is somebody who wants to get drunk fast. They're saying that's the worst drink to get on a date because a lot of people judge you for drinking a Long Island iced tea.
And you're going to black out.
You really do. Bradley's. I remember I had 3 of them.
Ooh.
And yeah. I didn't know that they were that strong. It was in my beginning days of drinking.
You also probably didn't know your name or didn't know where your credit card was.
I thought my name was Bradley.
Or didn't know where you lived.
They're tall, too.
They're so tall.
White wine. Nobody took white wine. That's still there.
That's the one that gives me a little case of the hornies. The white wine does.
Look out, a bird's drinking it.
You like that barefoot. That barefoot Pinot.
Yeah. I'm a yellowtail man.
Yellowtail, that white wine gets him going.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you'd like to vote on who you think drafted out the 3 most solid alcoholic beverages, you can jump onto the KVJ Show Facebook page. We also put that up on other social platforms you can check out. We're also on Instagram. And we just kicked off TikTok this week. So go follow KVJ on there as well. So we got all those platforms going on. And then tomorrow morning at 7:30, we will let you know who winds up being the winner of today's KVJ draft for the best alcoholic beverage. All right, I hope you guys are ready to laugh. Oh, Producer Denny's got another round of the joke jury here for us today.
Big D.
Okay, it's our job to let them know what's hitting, what is missing today.
I need to laugh today.
Okay.
Today of all days.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, all right. Let's hear what you got here, Denny's. Hit us with joke 1.
First joke for you guys. Where can you get a photo with a celebrity butcher?
Photo of a celebrity butcher? I don't know. Where can you get a photo of a celebrity butcher?
At a meet and greet.
Wow. Okay.
See that little play on words there?
Yeah, it's cute.
Cute comedy? You like your comedy cute?
It's not going to win the comedy contest, but it's solid.
Okay.
Keeps people in the seats.
Your critical audience is turning on you.
Yes. Second joke. What newspaper does Elon Musk read?
I don't know what newspaper does he read.
The New York Grimes.
Oh, wow. That's his... Right, yeah.
And Kevin likes Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He wanted to like your joke. I know he went into it hopeful.
I don't know what's happening. I kind of like the thing. I don't know what's happening.
Ooh.
All right, let's see if we can rebound with a third.
We're just warming up here, right?
Nobody likes New York Grimes.
It's a slow burn.
Or will it be 3 turns in a row?
We haven't had a 0 for 5 in a long time.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Third joke. What do dogs do when they see someone choking?
I don't know. What do they do?
The hind lick.
Oh. Okay.
Are you laughing because you like it? Are you laughing?
I'm laughing because it's 3 turns in a row.
It's so rough.
Why is it that I laugh harder when it's not working?
There is a fun vibe, but it does crash.
Something about it.
Okay, keep them coming.
Oh, this one is for Virginia.
Oh.
What kids game do air conditioning specialists play?
I don't know. What do they play?
Ducked, goose.
No.
Oh, man, I think we're going for a fiver.
I'm just seeing a lot of comments of, ooh.
This is one where you start to scratch the back of your neck nervously.
Imagine if you're really on a stage and people are looking at you.
Let's see about this one.
Okay, come on. Home run, Denny's. Joke 5.
Final joke
Big
for you.
finish.
What do bakers use to pleasure themselves?
Oh, boy.
What do they use?
Dildo.
That's a great one.
Okay.
That's really good.
There you go.
Leave them laughing.
That's a solid
Duck, goose.
Duck.
Duck.
What?
Duck.
What?
Goose.
Hello, is this thing on? What? Time for a battle of the generations. We got the young against the old here today. Taking our Gen
So
Z.
crusty. I mean, we had to wheel this guy in here. He's on that oxygen tank. Old.
The young ones, Gen Z. The old ones, Gen X. Suits representing Gen Z. Bird representing Gen X here today.
Get him, Papa.
Our battle of the generations.
Yeah, you need to be cheering me on, Grandma.
I know.
Okay.
Team Ancient.
Us old people got to stick together.
We have Brittany here from Port St. Lucie representing Gen Z. Hello, Brittany.
Hi, KVJ.
Hi.
Let's take him down, Brittany.
Hey. Doing good. Ready to battle it out.
Okay.
I like your spirit.
You gotta love that Gen Z team. They're young, they've got energy, and they're fired up.
Oh, they're so frisky.
Oh, that's not my team. Never mind. I don't like your spirit. That's
You're so old, you forgot which letter
Can't
you
remember
were.
what partner he has.
All right, pipe down, Sue.
All right, Bird, your partner for Gen X is Eric from Kendall. Hello, Eric.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
Hey.
I love your spirit, Eric.
That's good fire for a Gen Xer there, right?
I like
It's
it.
good energy. Good energy. Okay, we're going to let the young ones start off here. Our Gen Z from 18 to 25 years old. These are going to be questions kind of outside of your typical demographic, either older, younger, could be either. All right, now if Brittany can answer this by herself, Team Gen Z, you're going to get 2 points. If Suits has to step in to help, you only get 1. Your question, Brittany. Gwen Stefani started as the lead singer in this ska band.
No doubt.
That is correct.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Gen Z still knows No Doubt.
I do. She's on The Voice.
Okay. All right, they start off with a quick 2 points. All right, let's go here with Gen X. All right, your first question. Which British millennial holds the current record for the most streamed song on Spotify? Which British millennial holds the current record for the most streamed song on Spotify? Okay, Eric, that is for you. Do you know the answer?
Is it Ed Sheeran?
It is Ed Sheeran.
Ah, it's my man.
Wow.
I was hoping he'd miss that.
Yeah, team old people.
Some people call him Sheerhan
Oh,
or Sheehan.
old people unite.
Dang. Okay, that was a big one there. Okay, we go to Gen Z. We're all tied up at 2 in the Battle of the Generations. Your question, Brittany. Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, and Leonardo were members of what?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Heroes and a half shell.
Turtle power.
Okay. Look at that. Gen Z has got 4 points. Okay, taking it over to our Gen X. What was the name of the character played by the Olsen twins on Full House? Eric, do you know? For 2 points.
Michelle Tanner.
That's my man.
This guy's good too.
We got a battle here, y'all. Dang.
The elderly came to play.
Whoa. Woo.
Team AARP bringing it.
Look out. We are tied at 4 here in the Battle of the Generations. Can't shake anybody today.
Feels good.
Okay, back to you, Brittany and Gen Z. What was the name of Sony's portable CD and cassette player?
CD and cassette player.
Yes.
I think I'm going to have to phone a friend.
All right, Soups, you want to save a point here?
I don't know if this is right, but I'm just going to go with my gut and say Walkman.
That is correct.
Yes!
Wow, the kid, the prodigy.
He's no dummy.
The Walkman is what they called it. But I will tell you, you only got 1 point on that. So let's see here if Gen X can shock you. And if you get 2 points here, Eric, the game is over and you win.
We're called Team Cocoon, and if you don't get that, that's because you're young.
I don't get it.
Yep. Boom. Old people unite.
Wilford Brimley for life.
That's my man.
Wilford Brimley
for life.
Is that the guy from the diabetes commercial?
Yes.
This guy on the phone's great. He's good.
For the win. And our Battle of the Generations for the Gen Xers. Eric, what does the acronym THOT stand for? THOT. What does it stand for? Thought. That. Yes?
Do it. Say it again.
That garden hoe over there.
That. What did you say?
I think he's cleaning it up for the radio. He says that garden hoe over there.
Oh, I got you.
That
Is
hoe
what
over
you
there.
said? That hoe over there. We don't have to go that clean, just to let you know we're a dirty show here, Eric. Is that your final answer, Eric?
100%.
This would be for the win for Gen X if he's correct. We got a win for Gen X.
He's on it. He was on it.
6-5 is our final score today.
That was a close one.
Nice.
That was
a fun
good
one.
one. Yeah.
Just pulled it out right at the end. We had 2 great competitors. Eric from Kendall is our winner. Brittany from Port St. Lucie, thanks so much for playing along.
Thank you, KVJ.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Okay, there you go.
Nice job.
Got to feel good, right, Bird?
It feels real good.
Whenever the old people can do something
Oh,
right.
Yes, I want to have my dinner at 4 p.m.
And one of the questions that we were talking about, and I was really kind of impressed that Gen Z still knows that Gwen Stefani was in No Doubt. I didn't know if we kind of aged past that, where they just thought, I don't know, she's just on that Voice. That's all I know.
Thank goodness they knew it.
Yeah, they did know that. But what do you think is better, No Doubt or Gwen Stefani solo?
No Doubt. For me, I like No Doubt better.
I would agree with that. I like some of her solo stuff, but I really like the No Doubt stuff.
Me too. Spiderweb.
Yes.
The only song that she's done solo, I think, is in the same realm as that song called "Cool," and it's
Love
probably
that song.
It's probably not even her biggest hit. In fact, it's not.
That's a great song. And she's got a song called 4 a.m. in the morning,
Okay.
or 4 a.m., and it's really, really good.
Okay, but yeah, without a doubt, No Doubt is better than Gwen Stefani solo. Kind of curious comparing the older dog versus the new kid on the block. Justin Timberlake or Harry Styles, which is better?
I think, is Styles the one that sings Golden?
Yeah.
I'm going Styles. He's a little bit soft rock.
I like Styles. He is just solid.
Justin Timberlake has, to me, about 3 to 5 really rock solid songs. Just bam. Harry Styles is already solidly at 3, questionably 4, at least really rock solid. I like his upside. Justin Timberlake does acting, though, and I've heard that his latest movie is pretty good.
I like him as an actor. He's a very good actor.
Plus, he's done the NSYNC stuff.
Well, that's what's kind of cool about that. Didn't they both leave bands?
They did.
Yeah.
Styles was on, what, 1D?
Yeah, One Direction.
Styles is just hotter right now. He's cooler.
He's hotter right now.
Does that mean he's better, though? No?
Yeah, if you talk about the entire body of work, Harry Styles is close to surpassing Justin Timberlake in my book, but I still lean Justin Timberlake. And that would be another argument here for which is better, Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I'm going Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Even in I'm talking stand-up Dave Chappelle, I like Chappelle better.
If you talk about a whole body of work, I'm going to go Eddie Murphy because his Saturday Night Live skits were brilliant. His stand-up was unbelievable, and he has a solid string of maybe, 5 unbelievable movies, from Coming to America to Beverly Hills Cop to Trading Places to 48 Hours. that are just unbelievable. And you could even throw them in with Shrek if you want to give him that kind of credit. So I love me Chappelle on the Chappelle Show. If he had cranked out about another 2 or 3 seasons, yeah, maybe. And I think right now Dave Chappelle is hotter, but I got to go with the whole body of work. I'm going Eddie Murphy. What about you, Virginia?
I'm Chappelle. I think he is amazing. I do love Eddie Murphy as well, but Dave Chappelle is hilarious and
He is.
thought-provoking.
He is. I just think Eddie Murphy has a more solid body of work.
Yep, I think Kevin's wrong on this one.
Kevin picked all the old dogs.
I'm an old dog.
We like old dogs. We do like old people.
Yeah. Which is better, drinking at a dive bar or a fancy brunch with bottomless beverages?
I'm a dive bar girl.
We know.
Yeah, I like a dive bar, man.
You're a dirty girl.
Fancy doesn't fit right for me.
I love a fancy bottomless brunch. Yeah.
Bottomless is good, I'll give you that, but I'd rather have a cozy environment where I belong.
Yeah, now, there are 2 different things here, and probably the only one that coaxes me slightly to the fancy brunch is look around who's drinking around you. Either it's a bunch of hot chicks or a bunch of scraggly old sea dogs. That's my only argument that kind of makes me feel a little bit like a fancy brunch, but I'm slightly leaning to where Jaybird is with I'm going dive bar.
If you're going to a dive bar, you might want to bring sand to the beach.
Yeah. Pizza Hut or Blaze?
You know, I don't know much about Blaze.
I'm going Blaze. Blaze has more options, more healthy stuff. If you want to be a little bit on the healthier tip,
Right.
they're thinking about you.
Okay. That's where I'm leaning. It's been a while since I did the Pizza Hut, but
It's weird. Sometimes, though, Pizza Hut, it's a little bit, I don't know, slutty.
Oh, she's a mistress.
Yeah, you wanna get, I don't know, sometimes you want to be bad with your pizza.
Oh, their crust can be so buttery on that pan pizza.
It gets real oily. I want to be a bad girl. I'm going Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Although I haven't delved, I got to delve into Blaze more. For a guy who loves pizza, I got to really.
You do, yeah.
I'm very embarrassed.
That's your homework assignment.
Done, coach.
Okay.
Get out there.
Scrambled eggs or sunny side up? What do you go with, Virginia?
I would take of those 2 scrambled.
Okay. I'm going sunny side. Bird, do you do eggs?
You know, I like, if it was to do an egg, and I don't do them too much anymore, I like them real wet and real messy.
Which would be?
The
sunny side
the bubble
up.
kind. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The bubble kind.
The yolk bubble. Well, every time I ordered eggs, I always did it wrong, and they'd bring me the wrong kind. So I always go the kind with the yolk bubble. It pops. You know, egg lava.
Waiters hate you.
They probably do.
And which is better, self-checkout or using a cashier?
Oh, it's cashier.
That's better, using a cashier?
I hate self-checkout. I don't like it.
If you have a lot of stuff, you have to go to the cashier. Self-checkout is for 20 and under item only transaction.
I do. I talk a lot of crap about Walmart, but I seem to be always there. And anytime I do that self-checkout, it never goes great. And I feel like they do super glue their bags together. So you're trying to open them up. They stick together so hard.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Got something to confess here? Look, nobody's perfect, and even the ones who come off as squeaky clean often have something terrible that they've done that they hope you're never going to find out about.
Tebow. Just kidding.
It'd be amazing if we got a Tebow confession.
I would be shocked. I think that guy's squeaky clean, but hey, you never know.
One time I ate the last cookie out of the cookie jar and didn't tell anybody.
It has to be something like that, right? There's no way that cat's done anything bad.
He better not come with that story. Sit down, Tebow.
Okay, so here we go. You can get that burden off your chest today and text us anonymously your confession, 877-979-WRMF. We're just going to sit back and drink in all the dirt here today. Somebody's confession said, I've been at my job for over 2 years and I've had a crush on my boss the whole time and he has no idea.
It's tough to have a crush on someone you work with. People don't feel like they can say it anymore.
Crush on the boss.
That's real hot.
Usually goes the other way.
I don't think you can say anything. I think you got to just be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a crush on a coworker, how do you let somebody know? with these new rules.
It is a dance where you have to not put them in an awkward situation where they might feel intimidated whatsoever.
I think you have to go old school style and tell someone hey, tell Sally I like her and have her check this box if it's cool.
And pass a note back.
Yes.
Is that how you do it?
But what if you tell the person and then it changes the whole work dynamic?
That's
when you're talking about your boss, the dynamic could change considerably.
Yeah, what if Suits says, "Oh my gosh, I have such a thing. I have the hots for the Kevin Ralston." How do we?
First of all, nobody's shocked. I mean, look at him. He's delicious.
Ralston's in his prime.
I'd be flattered, but I think we could move on.
Do you go to Twitter and do you blast him?
No, of course not. Of course, I'd start checking him out a little bit more, though.
Suits got quite the reputation these days.
You drop nickels so you can watch him bend over?
Yeah. Yeah, there'd probably be a little bit of flirting going on.
I'd love to see Suits pick up nickels but try to be sexy for Kevin.
Yes, Suits. That's the video.
That video would do very well with our audience.
I agree.
It would do well.
It would.
I got the nickels.
Suits being sexy for Kevin.
But he's really, he drops the nickels. Oops. My bad.
It violates everything you can't do in today's workforce we were just talking about, but yeah.
Suits got that coin slot showing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. This confession says, when I was a teenager, my dad's business had a shrink wrap machine. So whenever I bought a new PC game, I would copy it, and then I'd re-shrink wrap it, and I'd take it back for a full refund.
Wow, that's some crazy, shady, smart entrepreneurial stuff.
Yeah, that person's going to grow up to be a very, very successful criminal.
Yeah, I don't know that you can still do it that way. I'm not too hip to the game, but I think back in the day, they used to have computers that would have 2 of those floppy disk drives, and I think that's how you do it, or you'd have like a external disk, and you could copy them that way.
Thank goodness it's not like that.
Now it's just like a
discs.
It's a digital download, right?
I don't know how you do that today. This confession says, my kid took a massive dump on the way to daycare today that smelled horrendous. I was running late, so I pretended not to notice when I quickly dropped him off, and then in the rearview mirror, I could see his teacher gag when she lifted him up. Leave it for the teacher to change the diaper.
Oh, look at this one. Heather T in the chat room said, I told a coworker I liked him sexually. He put his 2-week notice in and left.
Dang.
You get in trouble for that now.
He couldn't handle it.
He couldn't take it.
Wow.
Dang.
How about that? Somebody else confessed here. I work for a large energy company, and I can confirm that 80 to 90% of positive reviews are either paid for or written by us at manager's instructions.
I 100% believe that. I think that happens a lot with a
Really?
lot of stuff.
80%?
80 to 90%. They are claiming, and that makes me wonder, not only with energy companies, but how many other businesses actively are having their employees going and writing positive reviews for them.
There was this thing that was released from like 5-6 years ago of Howard Stern talking to his whole staff, and he was telling his staff to write fake stuff, put it out there, like it, do it, all that, make it believable. So
Gotcha.
I think a bunch of people do this, Kevin.
Okay. That's crazy. Learning some stuff here today.
Yeah.
Somebody else's confession says, I've been married for 16 years, been banging my mother-in-law for 4.
Dude, what
Wait
are
a
you
minute.
doing?
So hold on.
That would
I
be
assume-
like Kevin sleeping with the Mexican queen's mother.
Yeah.
How dare you,
For the
you
last 4 years.
pig, Kevin.
4 years?
Yeah, I've been married 16, banging the mother-in-law for 4.
The queen would kill both of you, right?
It'd be a bloodbath.
She'd kill Kevin first.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
And she'd make it slow.
Real slow.
Yeah. Oh, it would be, yeah.
She might keep him alive, actually. She might kill him last.
She'd be like those crazy spouses that kill somebody and put the video on Facebook just so everybody knows how Kevin went out in shame.
And totally cool going to jail for it.
Yeah.
Yep, just like, yep.
Yeah.
Laughs about it when questioned.
Oof. Wow. Another confession that we have here, man. Some hot, steamy ones here today. Way to step it up, people. On a first date with a hot girl, I was greeted warmly by name at the ATM by a homeless person. I told the girl that I knew him via charity work that I had done with the homeless, and she's like, "Oh," and she was so impressed. I actually got some action that night. What she didn't know, in truth, he and I regularly smoke crack together. Whoa!
Oh my God!
I mean, the witch can't believe it, Kevin.
You did homeless charity outreach and you smoked crack with the homeless? That's not helping them.
Oh, man. That's actually his crack smoking buddy. That's how he knows him.
Oh, my gosh.
That was a little twist there. Didn't see that one coming.
Dang.
Yeah, okay. Somebody confessing here today, 877-979-WRMF. I am obsessed with a famous actor, and whenever my gross husband is grinding away on top of me, I can't help think of what a better job this actor would be doing.
Dang, see, that's what sucks about that is she uses the term gross husband.
Oh.
I think there's something else there. She's also mad at him.
Yeah, maybe he's doing something that makes her mad.
If he's so gross, why are you with him? Why'd you marry him? If you're that repulsed by him.
Yeah, there's trouble in the marriage, and that probably is really where the fantasy started. And it sounds like she's taken it to a level where it's not just she recognizes that this actor is hot. She's now fantasizing and thinking of her life if she were married to this guy.
You guys ever fantasize about other people when you're with your wife or husband? Well, maybe don't answer. I don't know if you should answer that.
I don't.
Yeah, but you're vanilla. We know. You're thinking about.
Do you?
You're thinking about margaritas.
Yeah.
Do you think about other men when you're with Denny's?
Kevin in suits together.
Yes.
Suits bending over, picking up them coins.
Suits, get them nickels.
Oh, nickels over there.
Nickels.
Okay, this confession. My friend and I always buy each other scratch-offs, and we split our winnings, except for that one time that I won $100 and told him I didn't win anything.
Dang.
That ain't cool. You ain't ride or die. You're not ride or die.
You are shady.
I don't like it.
Just be careful. You're going to spend that money, and something bad's going to happen to you. That's karma.
It's almost like blood money, right?
It is.
Uh-huh. Somebody confessing that during my 38th year, I just found out that sheep and goats are separate species. Until then, I'd always thought that a goat was a male sheep.
Listen, it's a big world out there. There's a lot of things to learn. Don't beat yourself up over that.
Okay, all right. So those kind of things do happen. Someone else's confession here, text into us, says, I once met a boy at a bar, and to get him to sleep with me, I lied and said I had 6 months to live. I felt awful, but the pity sex was incredible. Whoa.
Oh, my gosh.
Are only the worst people ever texting in today?
Yeah.
I mean, is this the hell round?
You guys
People are
realize
getting more bold. I like it. They realize it's anonymous, whatever. I feel a lot better about myself.
karma's going to get y'all.
Wow.
I mean, just to get a little action? I mean, you're lying about death?
That's messed up.
Dang.
I mean, you really, how horny are you?
Okay. Somebody said in their confession, 877-979-WRMF, I never wash my hands after using the bathroom. My wife has gotten so used to this, and she listens outside the door, kind of like the bathroom police, to make sure I'm washing my hands. So I turn on the tap, I wet the soap, and I rearrange the towel after pooing in order to cover my tracks. This takes a lot longer than actually just washing my hands, but I refuse to let her win.
Weird.
Really?
That's more.
Washing your hands is not for her. It's for you, dummy.
Yeah.
And that you're doing all that and you're still not washing her. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about this confession? It says, I used a unisex bathroom at the office to take a dump, and I really stunk it up. Then when I walked out, there's this really smoking hot blonde waiting to go in. So I just walked away quickly and didn't say a word. 15 minutes later, my boss walks around this new intern saying, hey, this is the girl who was waiting outside the bathroom.
Oh.
You're now Poopy Pete or whatever your name is.
Wow. Okay.
Those unisex, but we have one of those here, and it's set in a really odd place. Because if you have to really drop it like it's hot in there, it's right by the vending machine, the water.
Yeah.
It wasn't laid out right.
The traffic division. Poor traffic.
You can't put a unisex bathroom right by where people's workstation is.
You just can't do that. Not in radio.
No. Not a good
Not
plan.
in any business.
You're right, but
it's not fair. No one should have to work right next to the pooper.
Agreed.
I have been getting so many unbelievable confessions over here, Virginia. We could do this for the entire rest of the show.
My goodness.
It's just unbelievable what people are confessing today.
Why is it so juicy today?
I don't know. It's people are really, I think they're getting it. They're coming out of the woodworks and saying, hey, this is kind of fun, right? Dang. I mean, people can, I can hear reactions to my scandalous life. So if you didn't hear your confession, there were so many great ones. We will get those back next week. Just be here Thursday, 8:30. We'll get to that. So, and your other confessions for another round. Dang. You just headbutt the microphone again?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Bend it over to get nickels.
I will if you want me to.
I would like to get a video of you in suits side by side. Who performs better?
We just got to come in here with a bag of nickels tomorrow.
I will get nickels and I will outsex the Kid the Prodigy in a hot minute.
Yeah? Have a nickel off?
I want that competition now. I want to bend over and grab some nickels.
All right, let's take it to TikTok.
Okay, who can do it sexier?
I don't think any other shows are doing that, Kevin.
Okay. Here might be something if you got a suspicious, shady boyfriend or girlfriend. I guess Instagram has been unpredictable when it comes to tracking their movements and what they're doing. You used to, I guess, be able to go see who they had started following, and then apparently they changed things a little bit on Instagram, Virginia.
They did.
I don't play that game. I don't even know what it is, but I do know that there's a lot of pickups happening. My daughter's always talking about that sliding into the DM thing is real big, and I know that it causes a lot of drama with her and her friends. They're girls around 23 in Boca, and there's always something going on, and it's the gram that's causing all these problems.
Juicy.
So when someone slides into the DM, that means they're trying to hook up with them. If a guy slides into a girl's DM and he doesn't know her, is that a faux pas?
Well, there's two things that I hear, and here's some instances. I'm probably going to get people in trouble, but whatever. One thing I notice is they will leave a message, the sliding into the DM, where they're just like, hey, where they shouldn't really be talking. Let's say
your pick.
And it's been a boyfriend of one of the girlfriends, and he's friends with the girlfriend's friend.
Your boyfriend should not be DMing your good girlfriend.
That's one specific case that I've heard some problems. And the other one, too, is just even paying attention to them liking photos, because these girls that age, they're putting up sexy photos. It's the date bait. And when you see someone else's boyfriend go on and like that photo, you can like one if it's one with you or the puppy, something like that. But when you're in a bikini, you're Lake Boca, and you're clearly trying to look hot and he's liking it, your girlfriends will notice and they will all talk about it, and it will get you in trouble.
If she posts a picture of her bending down, grabbing some nickels, and you like it, you're going to get in trouble.
You're going to get in trouble. Yeah. So there's this Miami-based Instagram influencer model who shared a little hack now to see who someone has recently followed on Instagram, because that causes problems as well. She says the little hack is to open Instagram in Safari, and there you can see who your boyfriend recently started following.
Really?
Yeah, because I guess in October of 2019, Instagram discontinued its following activity tab. The feature would allow users to see which posts their followers were liking on the platform, as well as who they were adding and being followed by. So apparently this is a hack that if you're trying to spy and see, okay, has he got eyes? And you may notice it. There may be a pool party or something like that, and you're over there looking at your boyfriend, and he can't take his eyes off of somebody. You're going to immediately go, let me go see what's going on Instagram.
You can sometimes tell, too, if there's a little bit of chemistry between people, and they don't even realize they're doing it. Like, oh, let me keep grabbing on you. Oh, let me keep touching your arm. No, I'm old school. That means you...
DMs are the new arm touch.
Let's get some DMs going. Let's touch some arms.
Nobody's sliding in them DMs over there. I bet people slide in your DMs all the time, and you just don't tell us about it.
I ain't telling you nothing.
I'd love to get a hold of your Instagram.
Where's my phone?
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, this might get your attention. You open up your water bill from the city of Del Rey, and it's for $25,025.41.
Damn it, Mags. You've been taking long showers.
And that's just for 1 month.
Oh, my gosh.
That was the bill that Maura Hopkins got.
We got a problem,
Yeah,
right?
Could you imagine what?
It's got to be a miscalculation.
It was. The city admitted it was a mistake, and they said there was an issue with a water meter's factory settings. It didn't affect anybody else, just her, so they gave her a 0 bill for the month.
Good. For all the
cool.
stress, they should.
Yeah. There's a home inspector in Michigan that got caught pleasuring himself with an Elmo doll.
Can you believe this?
What the hell is going on with this weirdo?
It was a nursery camera that got the video, and the 22-year-old homeowner got an alert, checked on her phone, saw what was going on, and apparently after he finished pleasuring himself, he returned the Elmo doll to its original place. So she calls the cops, and when the officers question him about the incident, he said that he just moved the doll to check an electrical outlet, but then made incriminating statements apparently and apologized, and he was told about the nursery camera, so that's when he started to spill the beans.
How dare you do that to Elmo?
It's just, what?
It just makes you think what other weird things have gone on that you don't know about.
That's why these nursery cameras are a game changer. If anybody's in your house and you're not watching them, it's good to have a camera on them.
In the history of your life, there's things that have gone on, and you're like, oh my gosh, that guy, he humped my pillow, didn't even know it.
Yeah. A caressa.
That's disturbing.
Isn't that weird?
Because if your kid's going to come in the room later and cuddle with Elmo and be like, oh, what's on Elmo?
So Nikki's always got there to that next level.
Well, I'm just stating the facts.
He did more than just tickle him.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, you really made Elmo just...
It's not fair to Elmo.
So filthy.
54-year-old Eric Cook of Naples was blaring music in the home that he rents while his landlord's son was working on the bathroom. Well, Cook ignored then a request from the landlord's son to say, hey, can you turn that down? So then this dude, Eric Cook, then enters the bathroom and punches the landlord's son.
Oh, my.
And he is whooping on him. The two are going at it, fighting until another roommate comes to break it up, but not before the landlord's son had a broken leg and suffered injuries to his mouth. Cook was arrested and charged with battery, as well as a warrant for failing to appear in court for a marijuana possession charge. But dang.
All over loud music?
Yeah, apparently so. A woman in Pennsylvania who was on drugs went into a Dollar General store wearing a hard hat and using a crockpot lid as a shield.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
You go in the Dollar General a lot?
Just another day at Dollar General.
It tends to get a little squirrely in there. If you're bored, go to the Dollar General. Great people watching.
Okay. There's a 21-year-old man that got arrested after running naked on Interstate 10 in Phoenix. The man had originally emerged from a 2-tractor trailer collision. He was wearing one sock, boxers, and a t-shirt. And as he ran down the shoulder of the highway, he started stripping off his clothes and then just walked out into traffic.
What the hell?
He told the trooper that wound up stopping him that he had hitched a ride on the semi unbeknownst to the driver. And then he started pounding on the semi driver's back window to tell him that he wanted off the truck. And he may have tried to get into the passenger compartment when he finally jumped off. That's what really kind of caused the collision with the two semi trucks.
Oh my gosh.
This 21-year-old had recently been admitted to jail, and he was just released, and apparently he's got a problem with former drug use. Sounds like he has a problem with current drug use as well.
Yeah.
So, interesting. A 62-year-old man in Massachusetts got arrested after he drove drunk to a guy's house to fight him. Can't be doing that, dude.
You can't drive drunk. You call an Uber to go fight him.
Right. That's the responsible way.
Come on.
Crazy story of a 10-year-old kid in Minnesota who led police on a chase in his parents' minivan. He was apparently headed to the store at 9:30 p.m. to buy some Cheerios for breakfast the next morning. And then when the cops saw him, they realized that kid, there's no way he has a license. So they flipped on the lights and the kid took off.
Oh, boy.
Hitting speeds at about 50 miles an hour. They say at one point he drove through an intersection and a residential yard in reverse, narrowly missing a tree. The cops,
this is all for Cheerios?
Just to get some Cheerios.
That's not even a good cereal.
Were they Honey Nut at least?
I don't think so.
If they're
just
regular
Cheerios. Right.
Basic Cheerios?
Honey Nut's good if you put enough sugar on them.
The cops eventually blocked his path, ending the chase. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. And his parents said that they were asleep and had no idea the kid had even taken the minivan out. I have a feeling they're going to be asking those parents a couple more questions.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? There's a guy that robbed a bank in Germany on Tuesday, but none of the witnesses could describe him because they were all distracted by his colorful 1980s-style tie. The police who were investigating said, yeah, everybody focused on the ugly tie he was wearing and didn't pay attention to his face.
He was kind of accidentally brilliant.
Yeah, he was kind of peacocking and distracted him. So apparently he's still out there, and the police don't have any leads because they have no description of the guy, just his tie. I don't know if you realize this, but they say the pandemic has led to a lot of people getting into new outdoor activities like hiking. That's good for your health unless you go out to a place you don't know and you get stranded or lost, which they say is happening a lot because a lot of amateurs are going out there.
I can see that.
They say that rescue crews in rural areas are now strapped and are struggling to keep up with all the lost people. So there you go. Drop crumbs or something. A South Carolina man was golfing when his ball landed on the back of a 7-foot-long alligator.
Whoa, he landed it on the gator?
Yeah.
Can't redo that shot if you tried.
I know.
That's some Happy Gilmore stuff.
Luckily, he was able to keep playing. They do have rules for that where you take a relief and you can drop. And apparently in South Carolina, you can't harass gators, so that's what he had to do. Just so you know, if you're watching the Masters today, if they land a ball on a gator, that's how they got to play it. A 59-year-old Texas man is said to be the only person to have run from Disneyland in Anaheim, California to Disney World in Orlando. It was a 2,845-mile journey. It took him through 8 states in 14 months. And on Monday, he got to Disney World, but he wanted to end by dipping his toes in the opposite ocean because he started on the Pacific. So he ran over to Melbourne and dipped his toes in the Atlantic.
I know a guy that did that. Reggie D went from coast to coast, so not that impressed with this guy.
I know a guy who did it too, Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Yeah.
I once straddled Alabama and Georgia at the same time, so in y'all's face.
Sounds like strippers.
Alabama and Georgia. They were great dancers, Kevin.
Yes. Good for you.
KVJ's double your paycheck.
I love to give away money and double paychecks. We were looking for Brittany Stage of Palm Beach Gardens. Brittany, is this you?
Yes, it's me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
You got a double paycheck. That's so awesome.
Excited. Thank you.
Gosh, you have great energy.
I know. Yeah, well, I mean, when you double a paycheck, that's all kind of good. Hey, Brittany, what's this money going to go towards?
I'll probably donate some of it, pay some bills, and help family.
Aww.
But get yourself something. Get you a pizza.
Yes, I'm going to buy pizza today, actually.
Good.
Good
There
for
you
you.
go. That's all we need to hear. Well, congratulations. We're doubling your paycheck, Brittany.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys.
Okay, there you go. There's one. I want to see a perfect suite today. We could have 5 winners total, so we're 1 for 1 already. 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. the other times that you can win today.
Brittany is a boss's dream. That's the perfect kind of winner. Good energy. You could hear what she said.
She wants to give money back to charity.
Yeah,
I mean, she might be the perfect person.
Home run, Brittany.
Yeah, we're handing out scripts on what to say when you sign up at WRMF.com. So, yeah, it's all scripted. Go sign up. It's only going to take you a second to do as we double your paycheck. All right, I got some random questions here for you. What actor instantly makes you want to watch their movie regardless of what it is about? Mine's Tom Hanks. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I'm going to be intrigued to see. Even if it's not that great, I'm going to watch a Tom Hanks movie.
I do like me some T. Hanks. For a while, Vince Vaughn was a guy. If he was in a movie, I wanted to see it. I really liked him. If it's other than the Mission Impossible, I like Tom Cruise movies.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that too many of these other actors, unfortunately, have had a run where I've seen some movies that I'd be like if it were Tom Cruise' Last Samurai, I'd be like, I don't know.
I mean, she's going to think I'm kissing her ass, but Virginia Sinicki.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
When I hear she's in a movie, I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
He was stroking me a little bit during the commercial break because I guess filming is about to begin on set for the KVJ Halloween horror movie.
Starting real early this year. So it doesn't interfere with the show.
Okay. This is going to be, again, I know Virginia didn't like when you put that green paint on her.
I know. Imagine
that's
that.
all she says every time.
Imagine that she complained and was a diva.
Look.
And then she also had a fight with her husband and made it uncomfortable for me and Denny's when we were filming.
In full green paint.
Oh, I wish you could have seen that. We have some of it on film. I just won't release it.
You have to get Panda to sign off on it.
I wouldn't do that to Panda.
Do you have anybody, Virginia, any actor or actress that makes you instantly want to watch their movie?
I love Emma Thompson.
Okay.
So much. And she's going to be in the new Cruella movie. It is the evil story of Cruella de Vil. And I just think she is enchanting. Emma Thompson is amazing.
Okay. That's good. Some of the other answers that people are texting in here, anything from Meryl Streep, Denzel Washington. Denzel's probably a close second to Tom Hanks for me.
He has got so many good movies that I forget about, man. There's a movie with Denzel called Ricochet. It's old school from the 90s. It's such a great movie. You want to feel the power? Take your ass to the tower.
Okay.
It's a line from the movie.
Okay.
I think I brought it up before. Same reaction, nothing.
And somebody else said Dirk Diggler. I'm not even sure.
That's from Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights. That's the guy that had the penis attachment.
All right. So there you go. Johnny Depp getting a little bit of love as well.
Can we do dead people?
Yeah. I guess if you'd see a movie. Yeah.
Man, it's Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, there's not too many things I don't like with him in it.
You love the man. You love the roles he played.
All-time fave.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. In fact, it would be interesting to see if they could do a rating on actors. They probably already have this stat, I'm sure, in Hollywood because they invest a lot of money in these actors and actresses. Where what is your % chance of a successful movie? In fact, I think I've seen that stat before. Like 80% or 90% of your movies are considered to be successful.
Yeah, I know who's up there. It's Harrison Ford. He's got one of the best return on. He's made so much money for the studios. It's in the billions, I believe.
Wow.
With everything he's done.
True, most of his movies.
Harrison Ford is one. I mean, think about a crappy Harrison Ford movie. There's not many to find. Other than the new Star Wars.
Victor said Ryan Reynolds, very solid. Just as far as like an actor, he's one of my favorites. I think he's very entertaining. And
he was on a Canadian kids soap opera called 15.
Okay, really?
And it was really awfully good.
Okay. He makes everything entertaining. All right, some good answers on that. Next random question I got for you. What two celebrities, one male, one female, would you choose to include in a threesome?
Oh, my gosh.
What two celebrities?
So
one male, one female.
We have to pick. All right, let's see here.
In a threesome. I think I would go with Gal Gadot and Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen?
Yes.
You don't want a guy to be hotter than you?
Absolutely. Because I don't want Gal Gadot to focus on another celebrity that's 10 times better looking than me. So let's bring in Seth Rogen so that she's cuddling up with me more than she is him.
For this scenario, can both actors just lust for you? They just see sex.
No, they're going to look at each other and go, yeah.
Yeah.
You get to watch. You film.
You sit in the corner.
Do you have two that you would bring into the bedroom, Jay Bird?
Yeah, I guess I gotta go Olivia Munn.
Okay.
Can you do dead people? No, I'll do alive.
Yeah, you can, but they're still dead.
Oh my gosh. So, zombie Patrick Swayze?
Zombie Patrick Swayze.
You and the bones of Patrick Swayze.
Oh my god. I don't think Olivia Munn's gonna be cool with that. I'll go with
I can't get over that, yeah.
If I'm going alive, I'll Jude Law.
Okay.
He's a good looking dude.
Okay. Jude Law. Virginia, who would you put?
Let's go John Mayer.
Okay.
And Lucy Liu.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just feeling spicy.
Okay.
You got a problem with it? You're looking at me like I picked wrong.
You could not handle John Mayer. You're way too vanilla. Oh my gosh.
If you had to be an inanimate object for a day, what would you be?
A pizza.
You get eaten.
I want to feel what it's like, man. The ultimate sacrifice.
Do you think that'd be horrific, though, if somebody's chewing you up?
Well, I mean, think about any kind of items. If you're a couch, someone's farting on you. If you're a beard, you are on someone's face. I mean, I think there's going to be a negative on anything.
No, there's not.
Why don't you be panties?
Because I think that's almost kind of like seeing how the hot dog's made. It's too close.
Yeah, you don't want to be yoga pants?
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it because I don't think it's all rainbows and love affairs down
You don't want to be
there.
Olivia Munn's yoga pants?
No, because I think it's going to be like Oz. I'm going to see what's behind the curtain. And
you hear all the farts.
Yeah, exactly. I don't No, not the pants. Not the undies.
Okay, not going to go that, huh?
No, I don't think it's the right move.
Okay. You know, I think it would be awesome. I would choose to be a teddy bear at a children's hospital.
Oh,
right?
Look at you.
Hugs, bringing joy, Virginia. Nothing but love, right?
A Boy Scout answer. You can't beat that.
Oh, yeah. Pizza box.
Okay, if you had enough money to start any business that you want, what would it be? What would you go with?
I got two.
Okay, what are you going with, Bird?
A unbelievable wiffle ball stadium where you have a league. You've got people signing up. It's so well run.
This is your business?
Yes, but I think you could get a lot of people involved once you get people that love wiffle ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to get into a food truck business. Crypto foodology is my idea. You know, the messy Nessie. The Sasquatch shake. You could even have that outside the wiffle ball stadium. Boom, boom. Double feature.
Huh.
Yeah, I think there's money in wiffle ball. I know you guys don't see it.
Okay.
But if it's done the right way, you can make a really good money with the right teams and the facility.
Okay.
I feel like I'm talking way too long to sell this wiffle ball.
Yeah, that's just you, though.
Well, I learned my long wind talking from you.
Virginia, if you had enough money to start any business you want, what would it be?
This one's easy.
Okay.
I want a vineyard.
Oh.
And I want it to be all-encompassing. I want it to be as cool as Hess out in Napa Valley.
Okay.
Where you have like an art gallery, a party space, a hotel, a huge, massive vineyard. You can grow grapes for every kind of wine.
Yeah.
You can have all kinds of events.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to have a vineyard.
Okay, that's cool.
You could call it the Witch's Winery.
Witch's Brew.
Witch's
like
Winery.
beer.
Yeah, it's been done. It's a hack.
Never mind. I don't want to be a witch. I don't want to be green anymore.
You are.
She's giving
You
it
keep
up.
trying to make me
Look,
green.
She's witching up. She's witching up. Be gone, witch.
May not be the best business decision. I got two different answers. I got a boring one for business, and I got one for fun. So I'm going to give you the fun one. That would be just a massively awesome tricked-out sports bar.
Yeah. And maybe we have a little deal going to Cahoots. So what's in the parking lot? Oh, it's Bird's Truck Crypto Foodology.
And what kind of wine do you serve?
I'm not going to set up a food truck in the. I run a sports bar. We got our own kitchen.
Well, never mind, man.
He just got you towed.
Yes,
Your food truck got
you park
towed.
a food truck in the parking lot of a restaurant.
Baby, we'll
No, he sells food.
Yeah.
Why don't you get?
You don't understand how things work.
Why don't you go to your winery?
Kevin, would you like to carry my wine at your sports bar?
Yes, now that would work.
Get on your broom, fly to your winery, and drink your profits.
Instead they're trying to take all my customers in the parking lot.
No, I didn't. I was just we're in cahoots
He's going to
together.
undercut you and sell everything for $1 less than you have it.
I'll sell Kevin's clams. We'll do like a whole. I'll have your own dish in my thing.
What?
Never mind. It's all blowing up in smoke.
Hit subscribe on our YouTube channel now to follow KVJ and watch KVJ TV. Now back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
We did a KVJ Draft a couple hours ago. It's now up on Facebook. You can go vote on who you think put together the best team of 3 alcoholic beverages. Berg got first pick, and he went with Jameson, Lagunitas, the craft beer, Little Something Something is the brand. He also went with Call a Cab, which is a high alcohol frozen beverage. I don't know why it is. It seemed like in the early to mid 2000s, those things were everywhere. And it's like they've kind of fallen out of favor. Somebody was saying that the Fat Tuesdays in Fort Lauderdale closed down.
Wow.
That was one of the first things I did with you guys was go to one of those kind of bars. We had that trip down in Key West, and the first bar we went to was the one with all of the frozen drinks.
Yeah, that was Fat Tuesday, the one that's on Duval. I assume it's still there, but I remember when Virginia and I first started working together, we would go to Dax all the time on Clematis Street. And since Dax has been gone, it used to be a hot corner. Now it's just dead and has been for about 20 years. We used to sit there and get those frozen drinks and just people watch, and I loved it.
I grew up on daiquiris. So for me, like daiquiris, frozen drinks, they were amazing. I don't really drink them so much anymore because of the sugar. And I can't.
Headache.
And the headache. But I used to love them.
When you and Virginia would hang out at that bar, would all the hot hunks hit on Virginia? Like,
nonstop.
Hubba, hubba, who's that?
Hubba, hubba. Yeah. That was their pickup line. Yeah, and then remember they had the daiquiri bar. I can't remember if it was a Wet Willie's or what it was. It was right by the Comedy Club.
Yes, that's the one I loved.
Yeah, and it's a great place now, but yeah, obviously it wasn't bringing enough money. So yeah, I don't know what it is today. I bet it's the sugar thing. And
I bet it is too.
Yeah,
it's even your young people, like your daughter's age and stuff, they would rather do like a skinny margarita or something with less sugar.
Yeah, when I found out how much calories and sugar were in those mudslides, and I'd drink 2 or 3, it was like 800 calories, something like that, or 1,000.
I couldn't even imagine you getting a buzz on a mudslide.
I don't know, you really did. I really liked it because it was like dessert in a cup, and I'm like, this is delicious. I was in my 20s. I didn't care so much about weight then.
I feel like you have to put so much alcohol in there to even consider it a...
It has vodka and usually like Kahlua, so it does have alcohol.
It sounds like it's such a crappy drink. I had one a long time ago, but I don't know. I don't get the mudslide.
Okay.
Sorry.
Chocolatey and delicious.
You should get the mudslide.
I know. You would think if any drink you would like, it would be that one.
I think I like chocolate pure. I like it pure, baby.
You can't do sweets with alcohol?
No, I think just I don't think... Maybe I'm just done with mudslides. Maybe you can make me some tomorrow.
I could make you a good mudslide.
Mudslide Friday?
I remember TGI Fridays used to have a mudslide mix that you could buy in the store.
They
and we
did.
would do them in a blender, and they were pretty solid. Yeah.
Okay.
They're good. You might like one.
Mudslide Friday? Do we get?
Oh yeah, why not?
Right.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll talk
You're
about
gonna be
it.
throwing up mudslide in the corner.
I just feel like it's such a full buzz.
Yeah,
It is.
It drinks
It
like a
is.
sandwich.
Yeah, it does. It's thick. Okay, Suits' his team for best alcoholic drink. He picked out 3. He's got the Rum Runner, which I used to love as well.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, going down in Key West and having some Rum Runners there. That's the beverage that they serve at, what is the name of it? It's around the corner there, Duval.
Dave's?
No, it's on the other corner.
Joseph's?
No.
Fat something.
No, Fat Tuesday's down the street on Duval. It's the legendary place that the writer used to go.
Overweight Thursdays?
It's a white, huge bar right on the corner.
Yeah, it is.
I know what you're talking about. I was just there.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
Right.
Somebody will tell you in the
That's what
chat
happens
room.
when you get old. Okay, yeah, if somebody's in there, help a brother out because I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, that's what they serve there is the Rum Runner. Then you got Mimosa, and he went with Gin and Tonic. That is Suits' 3. I went with Corona, so I get Corona Light. I see people drinking those a lot. They're beachy. I went with red wine. We got a lot of red wine drinkers, right?
Yes, we do.
And then I went with the vodka, kind of like mixing with the soda, that kind of thing, because you could go vodka Red Bull would be a separate one. The vodka cranberry would be a separate one. So I think the vodka Red Bull, that seems to be a younger person's drink.
Yes.
And the vodka cranberry, okay, but I think people are doing that less because they're realizing there's some sugar in the cranberry juice.
Yeah, you're right.
Big attack on sugar today, I see.
It's not just today.
Well, we know more than we knew in the 90s.
Yeah, Keto Kev's been attacking sugar for a while.
Keto Kev.
Yeah. Daddy's went with Pina Colada, Captain and Coke, and Jose Cuervo is his 3.
Those are
in the
solid.
Draft. Yeah, he might be the dark horse winner tomorrow at 7:30 when we announce who got the most votes. Virginia's got Champagne, Margarita, and Bloody Mary. And I almost went Bloody Mary. I had to pick ahead of her. I let her take it because I'm worried. I even saw a lot of people in the chat room be, Bloody Mary. I love Bloody Marys. It's easily one of my favorites. but
it's polarizing.
It is very polarizing.
I feel like if you had a night where you were just drinking mudslide, then Bloody Mary, mudslide, then Bloody Mary,
you couldn't do that.
You'd crap your pants, right?
You couldn't do that.
Then you go out, do all dancing.
Well, here's
all
the
that
thing.
milk and acid would just curdle.
Well, here's the thing that I never really got. When you do the bottomless Bloody Marys, and I love Bloody Marys, but I can't really do 2 or 3. It's a drink that you have just one.
Yes.
And so, like, why would I get bottomless on this one? It doesn't even make sense.
I could never do bottomless Bloody Marys. I do one. I like it to be spicy. I like it to be strong with the vodka. I like it to have like bacon and a piece of okra in it. I like it to be fun, but I just want one.
Gosh, we are such different people. I mean, everything you just said.
Ooh, with like a spicy bean, maybe a little shrimp on the top.
Sounds horrible.
All good. All good. Sloppy Joe's. That's the bar I was thinking of. Thank you, Jessica.
Sloppy
in the chat room.
Joe's.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Right there on the corner. I don't know why.
That's a fun bar.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, that whole area, because out of all those, Hog's Breath is probably my favorite if you know Key West.
Hog's Breath is the coolest. It's got a giant tree growing in the middle. It's just cool.
Rick's is cool. I like going inside of Rick's, kind of the inner sanctum there. It's kind of a fun little spot.
You like that naked lunch?
Garden of Eden.
Garden of Eden.
Oh, no, that's gross. I went in there one time. Oh, it's so gnarly.
You don't want a little pube with your sandwich?
Oh, it's just old balls everywhere, man. It's so gross.
In the dead heat of summertime.
Oh, it's so gross.
Summer balls.
Yeah. And then Irish Kevin's.
Irish Kevin's.
Yeah, all those right there in that little sanctum. One of the best places on planet Earth. Okay, so if you want to go vote, we got that on our Facebook page. You can go and check that out. Man, oh man, they got a new item for you back at Taco Bell. I don't know what their strategies are, but apparently they took everything off the menu. Now they're kind of bringing them back selectively. Maybe that was their overall strategy, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are they doing
to
now?
Intrigue you. They're going to be bringing back their beefy potato Rito. It's going to be dropping on April 15th, they say, unless you are a Taco Bell Rewards beta member. Then you can get early access and pick them up starting today. So this would be next Thursday for everybody else. The beefy potato Rita is going to be on sale, and it's only going to be $1. And if you don't know what it is, it's got crispy and seasoned potato bites, signature seasoned beef, nacho cheese sauce, and a creamy chipotle sauce, all wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. Sounds pretty good. So they've already brought back the spicy potato soft taco and the cheesy fiesta potatoes in mid-March. So this is, I guess, part of the strategy. They wiped everything off the menu, then they slowly bring it back for a limited time, and I think this is a limited time as well.
I don't like it.
I think it's
confusing.
It's just give me my food. Please.
Give me my Mexi Melt back.
I don't like mind games with my food. I just don't like mind games.
I think it's what a lot of places are doing. Like McDonald's has had success doing this strategy with the McRib. And so I guess everybody else is trying to do the same thing because you realize after 6 weeks you hate the McRib. And then you forget.
You can't eat a lot of McRibs.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about a sandwich that'll make you fart.
It's the Bloody Mary of fast food sandwiches.
You cannot take down multiple McRibs.
Should they call it the McFart?
And not blow people out the room.
Oh, that's gnarly. That's a gnarly one. So you guys are kind of selling that one, huh? Are you buying this? Carvel now has a cookie dough ice cream cake.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Magnolia couldn't believe that the character at Carvel's name is Cookie Puss.
I couldn't either, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I got to side with Mags on this.
We told her that, and she was like, y'all are making that up. And I'm like, no, we're not. Go in there and ask. I swear we're not. She went in and asked, and she turned bright red.
I had to order one as a young adult, and I was like probably early 20s, and I did not want to say Cookie Puss because I felt like it was
just dirty?
Yeah, because it was a girl work. I'm like, can I have the Cookie Puss? It just felt weird, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you know perverts walk in there and go, hey, how's your Cookie Puss?
I'll take the Cookie Puss. Hold the cookie.
If you want the cookie dough ice cream cake, it is made with chocolate and vanilla ice cream, and it's filled with real chocolate chip cookie dough chunks.
Oh.
there's still going to be that layer of those delicious, iconic chocolate crunchies in there as
Yes,
well.
those are so good.
Then we're going to top the whole thing with whipped icing, more cookie dough chunks, and chocolate drizzle.
You know, I like that's a buzzword for the bird, drizzle.
Their whipped icing now has like a marshmallow in it, and it is lovely.
Slow it down when you talk sexy.
I think you could just cover somebody in that whipped marshmallow icing and those cookie crumbles.
Oh yeah, no, I would love to be just completely covered in a Carvel cake.
Wow.
Just go ahead and cake me up.
And then let like stray cats lick it off.
No, I don't want cats licking it off. Why do you gotta make it? We had a good thing going. We had good energy there. It was
Yeah,
going
and then she brought in cats.
Bring cats?
Yeah, it just got too weird. Here's the danger of this. You can get this Carvel cake not only at Carvel, Publix will have it, pretty much every grocery store. It's $15. It's 32 ounces, and they say it serves up to 14 people. I would eat every single ounce of that in one sitting.
And if you did
every single ounce.
If you did that and we filmed it, that would be our biggest video to date.
Kevin would be so filled with shame.
Oh, yes.
Well, I think you have to film the whole process, him eating it and then him really just breaking down and crying.
Just crying.
What have I done?
Cookie dough tears.
People murder and have less regret than Kevin would have after eating that cake.
Kevin eats a bag of Doritos and he feels like he murdered somebody.
Why did I do it?
I'm running off to confessional. It's a bad day.
40 million downloads strong. Check out the KVJ Show podcast wherever you get podcasts or at WRMF.com. Click KVJ Show.
They say Y2K fashion is back. Fashion from the early 2000s, including satin bustiers, I guess, low-rise cargo pants, halter tops, baby tees.
I'd like to see Jaybird in a baby tee.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing can't contain these puppies.
It literally can't.
They say that if you want to look hot now, you wear baby tees and low-rise jeans.
Oh, bird.
Oh, yeah.
We should do a early 2000s shoot.
Give him a little bit of that top bush.
Yeah, baby.
Is that what they're called? Is that back in?
I'd maybe what you'd be rocking if you wore low-rise pants.
Perfect for the summer attire.
I know you're furry.
You don't know nothing about what's going on down there.
You're not dating anybody right now. You're furry.
You don't know what I'm doing.
Prove me wrong.
Maybe for the After the Show podcast?
Yeah, let's get 70s up in here.
Okay. All right, that's going to be coming up here on your YouTube. Also, you can get it on the free 97.9 WRMF app anytime on demand. Before we do that, Bird, wrap it up with your thought for the day.
What if everything you are going through is preparing you for what you are asked to go do?
Yes. Right.
You got it.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, baby T.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Roasted. I got roasted.
Top bush.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.